happen if Gavin turned himself in?
Well, I, for one, would be a hell of a lot happier, I can tell you that.
Don't you believe he's innocent?
Bobbie, what I believe is not important. Gavin's explanations aren't even important. It just does not look like self-defense.
What does that mean? I mean, if the police already think he's lying...
Here you go, Bobbie. One large container of chicken with vegetable. I put plenty of chicken in it for you.
Thank you, Sid. How much do I owe you?
Ah, it's about time I bought you a meal. It's on the house, honey. Enjoy.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Well, I'll see you.
I can't believe she ordered that.
Why?
Oh, Bobbie once told me that she hates soup. She's not too fond of chicken either.
Gavin! Gavin! I just saw Calvin. He was at Sid's place.
Calvin, did he come up with you? Didn't you tell him I'm here?
No, I didn't. I couldn't.
Why not? You would have been the perfect man to bring me in.
Gavin, you don't understand. He said if they find you, they're going to charge you with murder. They don't believe it was self-defense, Gavin.
Well, I have to believe it. It's the truth.
You can't turn yourself in. I mean, there's just no way. They're going to take you away forever.
No, I can get a lawyer.
What are you talking about? What did you say to me last night about the man? He was shot from a distance.
Well, they're wrong.
Look, maybe they want you to be guilty. I mean, this is a big case. There's a lot of controversy. The cops got to make themselves look good. Don't ask me to call them, Gavin. I can't do it. I can't just tell them to come get you and send you straight to prison. I can't do that. Do you understand?
Yeah. No. Bobbie, I don't know what to do.
We'll figure out something. You gotta eat first. We'll work it out, Gavin. I promise. You and I... we'll work it out. I'm not even sure they're doing him any good. What was in that stuff anyway? Doctor, you didn't care what you give people? No, forget. I'll take care of him. How are you?
Oh, hot.
I know. I can't afford an air conditioner. Wait a minute, I'll get you something.
No, stay with me.
I'm not going out. I'm just going to get you something for your head. Here, Ben. This will keep you cool.
Don't leave me. I don't want to be alone.
I'll stay here with you, Gavin. I'm right here.
Don't leave me.
I'll never leave, Gavin. Never.
None of this now. We've got work to do. You can do your stargazing later.
Yeah, of course. I'm sorry.
We don't have to, you know. I just thought that a little work might take your mind off of things.
No, I'm afraid nothing's going to do that. I just keep thinking about Gavin. Keep wondering where he is, how he is.
Well, maybe a little heavy work will make you tired and ready for a good night's sleep. Now, that can't do any harm.
Nicole, did you bring home the evening paper? I mean, is there anything in there about Gavin?
Honey, it's just going to be more of the same. They're not going to drop this story so soon.
May I see it anyway, please?
Okay. All I could get was the Monticello Star. The evening news wasn't on the stands yet. I haven't even read it myself yet.
Nicole, there's a story in here about Miles.
Yeah? What?
Down here on the bottom page, it's awful.
Skylar Whitney claims doctor equally responsible for Gunther Wagner's death. Dr. Kavanaugh and Gunther Wagner for some time. In fact, he stated there had been perhaps half a dozen quarrels and one physical encounter which resulted in a badly bruised wrist for the Whitney chauffeur.
Is that true?
Well, I know there have been quarrels. I don't know about half a dozen.
No, I mean about the physical encounter.
I don't know. Miles never told me anything about that. Hey, let me read the rest of this. Whitney asserts that Dr. Kavanaugh had ample time to call for medical attention and himself admitted that Gunther Wagner might have lived if that attention had been sooner. There is no evidence, Whitney said, that the doctor suffered any kind of injury during his examination of Gunther Wagner. He believes the story of the blow on the head that rendered Dr. Kavanaugh unconscious was a, quote, convenient excuse for allowing the victim to bleed to death.
I don't understand. Why would Sky say all of this?
I don't know. Well, apparently he did, but what's worse, why did the Star print it?
You know what it is? It's probably because I quit the dance company. I mean, he just said this to get back at us.
Well, whatever his reasons are, he is not going to get away with this.
Well, maybe nobody was home.
Miles, have you read this?
Why, what a nice, warm greeting.
Why, we're just so upset. Did you read the Star this evening?
Star? No, why?
Because it's awful and you should be suing Skylar Whitney, that's why.
You better read this, Miles.
I can't believe it. That's the worst thing you could say about a doctor. You know what you should do? You should be on the phone with your lawyer right now because that's slander or libel or something.
It's a little bit vicious, isn't it?
It's pure vindictiveness.
Well, it's only one thing to do with trash like this, throw it away.
Miles, you can't do that. You have your reputation to think
That's
of.
right, and if a transparent lie like that can hurt it, then it ain't much good to begin with, is it?
Well, don't you want to make a rebuttal? I mean, even if you don't want a legal battle, you should at least call the Star and demand a retraction.
Yeah, well, I'd like to call Skylar Whitney and give him a piece of my mind.
I mean, that is virtually a charge of malpractice.
Look, I don't think anybody's going to believe that, Nicole, any more than they're going to believe Skylar Whitney's crocodile tears about Gunther.
Well, according to that article, he certainly sounds very fond of him.
Well, he wasn't. I happen to know there was no love lost between them. I happen to know that Gunther despised Skylar Whitney. As for that, wouldn't dignify it with a public denial. And just ignore it publicly. As to my private dealings with Mr. Whitney, we'll see.
You know, I really don't understand what happened that evening. What I can't figure out is who wanted you unconscious. Do the police have any idea?
Listen, are we going to talk about this all evening? Don't we have some unpacking to do?
No, it's just that you came from headquarters, and I thought maybe they had some
The
kind of
police
theory.
don't confide in me, Jody.
Miles, do they think that it might have been Gavin? Do they? Miles?
I know how badly you feel, Calvin. Being an officer of the law and having a good friend break the law.
The thing about it, Didi, is I don't even know what Gavin did. I mean, we know he shot that guy. He admitted that.
But not to the police.
No, to his girlfriend, Jody Travis. But it amounts to the same thing. And then to have him go run off like that when an officer's ordering him to halt.
So now he's a fugitive from justice, too.
Or, so the case appears.
I can see how badly you feel about this, which proves that you do have compassion, even for criminals.
He is not a criminal. Damn it. You know, I am absolutely sure that Gunther provoked him into using that gun.
Calvin, provocation is not a defense. Look, I know I'm just out of law school, but I do know something about the homicide laws. If it were self-defense, that would be another matter.
Well, I don't know what it was. I just know that there were extenuating circumstances. Didi, what he needs more than anything else is a good lawyer.
I'm not after the business.
Oh, come on. Look, I mean, he could do a lot worse. I've seen you be pretty good with some tough cases.
That almost sounds like a compliment.
You know what else I'm worried about is Jody Travis's statement. Now, in her statement, she says that Gavin told her that he shot Gunther at close range, that they were wrestling for the gun, that the trigger got squeezed and it went off. Now, the medical examiner's report is just the opposite. He says that Gunther was shot from a distance.
So one of them is wrong.
Yeah, well, the ME certainly isn't lying. He's got no reason to.
That leaves Gavin.
I don't know. Maybe he just doesn't remember what happened. You know, people get pretty confused at a time like that.
Well, the only one who knows for sure what happened is Gavin. And I think you should concentrate on finding him.
Yeah, right. Have you got any suggestions as to where I should begin this search?
Well, you're his friend. Where would he go? Is there any family that he could turn to?
No, he's got a father in Chicago.
Do you think he could have gone there?
No, he was wounded escaping. I don't think he's got the strength to travel that far.
Well, what about friends? Is there anyone besides you and Jody Travis? Or is there anyone else?
You know, you just may have given me an idea.
Yeah, I think I can. It just come right with me, folks. Well, this is all right. It's the most quiet table in the place.
It'll be perfect.
Can I get you two a drink?
Yes, I'd like a glass of white wine. Thank you.
Sure looks so blue, Martine. It isn't your color.
Sorry, it's the color of my mood.
Because of what's happened to your old flame, Gavin?
Sydney's Tavern?
Yes, Sid, this is Calvin Stoner. Listen, you might be able to help me with a little information.
Yeah, what can I do for you?
By any chance, would you have an address for Bobbie Gerard?
Here you are. I'll be back in a minute.
Still can't seem to shake off those old feelings, can you? I envy you.
He shot and killed a man. He's running from the police. He's been wounded and you envy him?
Positively green.
Green isn't your color. And it's not necessary. I've told you a dozen times. I am not in love with Gavin Wiley. It's all in the past. I just care very much about what happens to him.
That's what I envy. You're caring. No matter what he's done, you seem to have this wonderful image of the man.
I once had a wonderful image of you when we first met.
What was it?
The sort of image a young girl falls in love with. The dashing, charming, devil-may-care adventurer, taking what he wants from life. And I mean taking.
Yes, I guess I was a much more romantic figure to you then, wasn't I? Maybe that's the best reason in the world for me to return to my life of crime.
You say that.
It's true, isn't it? You fell in love with a thief. How can I expect you to fall in love with a photographer?
I told you, Carlo, if you ever became Collier Wells again, I won't see you again.
I've lost you, haven't I? There's simply no way in the world for you to love me again, is there? Not as a thief. Not a respectable member of society. Maybe it's time for me to admit that I've lost.
I never gave you any reasons to think otherwise, did I? I warned you from the beginning. The only reason I'm here is to get that divorce.
You could have gotten that divorce by yourself.
I won't go to Reno for 6 weeks.
Well, then. You'll be glad you accepted my invitation tonight. Because I've decided to make your life a whole lot easier. And you don't have to go to Reno.
Are you serious?
It's time that I stop fooling myself. You're no longer Mrs. Collier Wells. You have no intention of becoming Mrs. Carlo Crown. It's time for an act of gracious surrender.
Do you really mean it?
I mean, this whole business about Gavin has made me realize how hopeless it
But
is.
I've told you Go on.
Maybe you don't have any feelings for Gavin, and as for Gavin, obviously his heart is now the property of that young dancer friend of his, but you still reacted with such concern. And I knew that if anything like that had ever happened to me, you probably would have laughed with delight.
No, that's not true.
Come on. There may have been times when I saw a spark in your eyes, that spark that men look for when they think a woman is in love. But it's futile. You haven't forgiven me for whatever happened in Paris.
You traded me to Scarlet Whitney. Your wife for your freedom.
I traded nothing. There is no freedom without love. I lost you either way.
You convinced yourself.
I didn't get in touch with you for all these years because I couldn't face you. Do you know how hard it is for me to face you?
Why did you?
because I wanted to see that face again. I'll give you the divorce. I will leave Monticello, and we will never see one another again. That's what you want, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. That's what we'll do.
Just like that?
Yes.
With no strings attached?
Well, there is just one favor I'm going to have to ask of you.
One favor.
I don't want to leave Monticello empty-handed.
I hope you don't
Please
mean...
don't worry, darling. I'm not going to ask you to do anything risky. You have my word on it.
Well, that sounds only too familiar. That's exactly what you used to tell me in Europe before you were planning one of your robberies.
I swear to you, this time won't be anything like that.
Oh, what is it? What are you going to do before leaving town?
Something that has to be done to keep the universe in order.
Am I supposed to understand that?
I swear to you, you won't be in any danger. If there's any risk at all, it'll all be mine.
So it's true. You want to be a thief again.
You folks made up your mind yet?
We haven't even looked at the menu.
Hi, Sleeping Beauty. Can I get you something to eat?
Oh, I don't think I can handle any solid food, Bobbie.
How about some tea?
Yeah, I think I can try that.
How do you feel?
Well, my leg doesn't seem to hurt as much. I think my fever's gone down a little bit.
Fevers always go up at night, you know. That's the way they are. It's funny, huh?
Yeah, it's a scream.
Well, my mother used to always make me tea when I was sick. We really couldn't afford any medicine, much less a doctor.
You were poor, huh?
We weren't starving. My mother always managed to squeeze out some money from Uncle Charlie or Uncle Phil or Uncle Ray, whoever happened to be around.
I take it they weren't real uncles.
They were real to me.
Actually, a little too real. Only now I can't remember her face. How many there were. My mother was a real pretty lady. Surprised?
Should I be?
She was a beauty contest winner. She was 18. She won the state beauty contest, and then she got into a national contest. I don't know, Miss something or other. She was 4th runner-up.
I'm impressed.
So was she. The only bedtime story I ever heard from my mother was about that beauty contest.
What did she do after the contest? Did she get married?
She did what all of us do. She got older. She kept entering those contests, though, even after she was 30. She lied about her age, but, you know, she couldn't win. She couldn't even be a runner-up.
Did that bother her?
Well, only when she drank.
Oh, I'm beginning to get the picture.
I can still see her. You know, my mind, I can see her sitting there slobbering drunk. My old man couldn't take it finally, and he left. My mother didn't much like being stuck with me. I guess I showed her age.
How'd you deal with it?
Well, when I was about 13, she started pushing me onto dates with guys, you know, hoping one would take me off her hands. They were always older, a lot older. You know what I mean? And they would... I don't know why I'm telling you this. You've got enough problems.
No, go ahead. I'm interested. Honestly.
No, it's just that, they were lowlifes. Crooks, guys with prison records. Gangsters. Once my mother got to know one, she got to know a dozen.
What happened to your mom? Where is she?
She's dead. She died of exposure. One night she got real drunk and they found her frozen in our backyard. I don't know, I think she and the guy she was living with had a fight and he threw her out.
still own that house. Isn't that weird?
You're kidding.
I tried to sell it. Nobody wants it. I can't believe I told you all that. I've never told anybody, especially a guy.
Why not?
I don't know. I guess, I just never had a guy who cared enough to listen.
You're a very special person, Bobbie. I guess that's why I don't want you doing what you're doing with me right now. It'll just get you in a lot of trouble. And you've had too much of it in your own life.
You know, it's funny, isn't it? I mean, you dream about something, and you picture it in your mind, and it's not at all what you expected.
Well, I don't know. This place is exactly what I pictured it would be like.
You pictured it would be like. Golly, you've seen it often enough.
Well, what I meant was I thought this move would be a very happy time for us. Well, at least for me. I had visions of us standing out on the terrace about now drinking champagne.
Champagne? Your history with champagne is not too good. I'll give you a champagne glass with your ginger ale.
I forgot about that. Oh, strange. Here I am, living on top of the world, and thank you. I feel as if I'm on the bottom.
Well, that mood will pass.
I'm sure it will, Jody. Just as soon as the phone rings and we get some word about Gavin.
But what if it never rings? What if he's gone forever? Gavin, I'm not doing you any favor.
What would you call this?
Don't you understand? I've never had a chance to help anybody before. No one's ever given me the chance to be important.
But why me, Bobbie?
Nobody's ever treated me like you have. I mean, you make me feel like a person. Who could that be?
I don't know, but you better ask before you open it.
Who is it?
It's me, Bobbie.
Who's me?
Bobbie, open the door. I just want to talk to you for a minute. It's Calvin Stoner.